I'm just seeing like somebody tapping their fingers, kind of like waiting. I almost feel like that's you. It's like you're waiting because you know that something is coming, like some form of communication is coming in, and you're just like, but you're not impatient. You're not like waiting for this person. You're not wasting your time. You're just kind of like, you know something's coming. So if you feel like some type of communication is coming in, or you've been waiting for a communication or a confirmation from the universe that this person is coming in, let this be your sign that there is a new romance on the horizons. And horizons is very significant. Something about sunsets, something about sunrises are very significant here within this connection. I feel like you're going to remind this person of like a sunset, or like the colors of the sky when the sun is setting or sun is rising. Something about the light that you bring into this person's life, it's like it cannot be missed. And I almost feel like the image I'm receiving is this person kind of looking around the room to see if anyone else notices your light, like notices you. Because the thing is that your presence cannot be missed, like when you walk into a room. But a lot of people are so intimidated by your presence that they're like scared to look your way or scared to approach you. And so I feel like this person is kind of looking around like, why is nobody moving towards this person? And they're like, oh my god, I need to get over there real quick. Like I need to insert myself into this person's life before somebody else comes in, because I can clearly see that no one sees this diamond right here, but I see this diamond. That's what I hear this person saying. So this person views you as something very unique, very special, something that you can't, like it's like you're someone that you don't happen upon twice in a lifetime. And I feel like this person is realizing that with the hermit mode here. We have introspection. Okay, so you've been diving in deep. You've been really doing the work, and the energy is starting to show. Like when I tell you, I feel like you're probably noticing that heads are starting to turn more. You're starting to get more attention than usual. And I feel like you're also going to get little surprises of like things just being given to you or something being gifted to you. But I really feel... I feel a little bit of hesitation from this person, to be honest. I feel a little bit of hesitation because of how incredible you are. This person is intimidated by you, but they're not going to let that stop them from coming forward here. We have the 6 of shells, we have the 6 of wings, Queen of shells and Queen of gems. You are 2 sides to the same coin. You have like 2 beautiful sides to you. You have this very down to earth, very gentle, very nurturing side to you. And then you have the side to you that's just like, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I know what I deserve in this lifetime, and I'm going to get it. Yes, that type of energy, that type of mix is like this person's dream. You are this person's dream girl. So coming into this, like, you're not going to have to question how this person feels about you. They're going to let you know right away. They're not going to be shy about that. I think they're going to be shy before they come in, but then as soon as they're in your presence, they're like, oh my gosh, like this person is who they say they are. I have to act now. Like this person is not going to waste any time is what's coming through with the 4 wings. They're also going to want to keep you all to themselves. I feel like this person has like a little bit of a possessive kink, which I feel like you probably appreciate if you're in alignment with this message. But there's definitely a privacy. It's almost like a desire. I just see you when you meet this person kind of like hiding away from the world, like just spending so much time together, just like staring into each other's eyes, having deep, intimate conversations. It's like letting the rest of the world fall away. So this could have to do with a vacation. Like maybe you're traveling with this person. That could be significant here. Like this person's just going to want to take you away for a weekend to get to know you, or to like have you all to themselves. Like when you are with this person, they just want you all to themselves. With the Judgment card here, okay, this makes me feel like this person is actually watching you, like keeping an eye on you to see what's going to happen. Or it's almost like they want to make sure that you are who you say you are. They're going to be pleasantly surprised because you are not one to, you're not one to lose. You're not one to give in. You're not one to just kind of like let life push you around. And I also feel like this is, so whenever this card comes out within a love connection, this is divine guidance, this is divine support. So this relationship, this connection is divinely guided and supported. So it almost feels like you don't have to do anything. Your angels are just going to kind of like bring you together when the time is right. It's like, I feel like they're going to change some plans. This person is going to change their plans for you. Like, they're going to meet you, and when they meet you, they think they have it all figured out, and then they meet you and they're like, wait a second, we need to write in this new character here. Like, they are here to stay. You are staying in my life. That's what I hear from this person, is like, they see you and they're like, no, you are staying in my life. You are not going anywhere. You are not going out of my sight. Darling just came through, like the word darling. King of Shells, Nine of Roses. Oh yeah, this person wants to include you in their daily routines. And I feel like this person is very structured with the way they spend their time and energy. This person wants to include you in that. This is an emotional offer coming forward from the King of Shells. So we have a King and Queen of Shells coming through. Something about your level of intelligence and your emotional intelligence. So like the way that you show up in the world, something about the both of you just owning your field of work. Whatever you do for work, you and this person, like power couple vibes. Like, you are going to come in and just own it. Like own whatever it is that you're doing. Wow. There's like a rush of excitement coming through with this. All right, I feel somebody pulling on your heartstrings. And this may be a feeling that you have never felt before, or something that you haven't felt in a long time. But I really feel called to dive into this love connection, because something is happening in this area. And you'll know it if this message is for you. There's something happening. So let's dive into this a little bit and see what's happening. Or just give you some clarity on what you're feeling. Interesting. Okay, so we have a King of Gems and we have the Five of Roses. Ooh. Okay, so my mind just went straight to a channel of this person sees that you are valuable, that you are being admired, not just by them, but by many people, by many suitors. It's like they are contemplating whether or not they are ready and worthy enough to put an offer on the table, but they know that you're not going to be available for long. So if you are in separation, no contact, or if you are waiting for this love to come in, and you've been waiting, you have this feeling that it is, stay in your power, my love. We have the Empress energy. This is creativity. You are in the most flow state that you've ever been in your life, the most loving and aware state that you've ever experienced before, and this person sees this. It's quite literally like you have this world, if you can imagine this light, this orb surrounding you, and this is this beautiful, beautiful world full of colors and creativity and passion and love and inspiration and motivation, and people want to be a part of that. People want to feel into what you're feeling, and this person, I'm hearing like they literally want to fight people off, or are willing to like guard or like try to keep people away from you, not in a toxic way, in a way of like back off, she's mine. Wow, okay, this is crazy, because we have the Princess of Wings, the messenger. What is valuable about you has nothing to do with your looks, though you are very beautiful inside and out. It has to do with who you are and what you're here to do, your life purpose. It has to do with this path that you're walking on. You're going to need protection where you're walking. You have protection where you're walking, but it's like more and more people are going to want to support you and guide you, and this person wants to be like the main one is what I'm hearing. The Five of Gems, yeah, it's like you can leave this behind. You can leave your anxieties, your worries, and your fears behind, because this connection that's coming in for you, there's no need for any of it. Yeah, we have the Chariot, determination. This person is determined to show you who they are, and determined to show you that there's another way to be loved and cared for. Whoa, oh my God. Okay, go to the next part, because this is crazy.
Beloved soul, if this message has spoken to your heart, do not let this moment pass without receiving what God is saying to you. Declare these words with faith. I am chosen by God. I am not forgotten. I am deeply loved. My purpose is unfolding. My story is in God's hands, and His plans for me are good. Speak it again. Let these words settle deep within your spirit. Let them replace every doubt, every fear, and every lie that has tried to convince you otherwise. Carry this truth with you into the days ahead, knowing that heaven has not overlooked you. God is still working behind the scenes, preparing blessings, breakthroughs, and divine connections at the perfect time. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone else. There are people silently struggling, questioning work, and wondering if God sees work, and wondering if God still sees them. Your share could be the encouragement that reminds them they are loved, chosen, and never alone. And if you feel led to support this ministry and help us continue sharing faith-filled, uplifting messages with people around the world, you can contribute through a super thanks. Whether your gift is small or large, every act of generosity helps us reach more hearts with hope, encouragement, and God's love. May the Lord bless you abundantly, multiply every seed you sow, guide your steps, strengthen your faith, and fill your life with His peace, favor, and a divine purpose. Together, we are building a community rooted in faith, united in love, and committed to walking in God's calling. There is a particular kind of waiting that does not feel like a waiting at all. It is not the restless clock watching kind. Not the kind where you keep refreshing something, keep checking for a sign, keep doing the mental arithmetic of how long it has been and what that means and whether you should be worried by now. It is the other kind, the settled, almost quiet kind. The kind where you tap your fingers on the table, not from impatience, but from a certain calm awareness that something is already in motion, that the wheels are already turning, that what is coming is already coming, and your only job is to be present when it arrives. You know that feeling. You are in it right now. And I want to start there with that particular quality of stillness, because it is one of the most significant things about where you are in this moment. Not everyone arrives at that place. Most people, when they are waiting for something they want, are in some form of reaching, some form of trying to close the distance through force of will or strategic action, or the particular kind of hoping that is really just anxiety wearing a more optimistic mask. You are not doing any of that. You are simply here, alive in your own life. And something is coming toward you that can feel the aliveness from wherever it currently is. Let me tell you about the light you carry, because I do not think you fully see it from where you are standing. When you are staying, when you walk into a room, something changes. Not because you announce yourself or because you perform anything, but because your presence has a quality to it that reaches people before you have even properly arrived. It is the kind of thing that makes someone look up from what they were doing without being able to say why. The kind that creates a subtle but unmistakable shift in the atmosphere, the way the quality of light changes when the sun moves behind a cloud and then back out again. Most people feel it and immediately look away, not because they are uninterested, because they are not sure they are brave enough to hold the gaze of something that bright. And this person, the one whose internal attention has been entirely, quietly, consistently fixed on you, they looked. And they kept looking. And somewhere in the looking, something in them shifted from appreciation to recognition to the particular urgency of someone who understands that what they are seeing is not a category of person they will encounter again if they let this pass. They are watching the room around you and finding with a disbelief that borders on frustration that nobody is moving. That everyone who can see what they see is choosing the comfortable safety of not approaching over the risk of approaching something this real. And so they are preparing to do something they do not do lightly. They are preparing to move. Now, I want to tell you what they see when they look at you, because it is not what you might expect. It is not just the surface, though the surface is something they find genuinely, almost distractingly beautiful. It is the combination, the particular, specific, somewhat rare combination of two qualities that most people carry separately but almost never together. The first is warmth, the genuine, unhurried, open-handed warmth of someone who is truly present with people, who listens in a way that makes people feel actually heard rather than simply waited out, who gives care freely rather than strategically, who extends grace to people as a default rather than as a reward for earning it. And then there is the other side, the self-knowledge, the absolute, uncompromising, zero negotiation clarity about who you are and what you deserve and what you are simply not available for. The version of you that does not flinch from your own worth, that does not apologize for knowing your value, that meets the world with the particular confidence of someone who has done the interior work and arrived at something solid. These two things, the softness and the certainty, are what constitute your rarity, not one or the other. Both, simultaneously, in one person. This is what has their full and undivided attention. But here is what I want to name honestly, because the full picture matters. They are hesitating. Not from disinterest. From the specific kind of hesitation that arrives when a person encounters something genuinely excellent and realizes with sudden and uncomfortable clarity that being adequate to it is going to require something of them, that they cannot simply show up as they usually show up and expect that to be enough. That the version of themselves they have been offering to the world, while perfectly sufficient for most contexts, may need to expand before they can present themselves here without feeling the gap between what they are and what they sense would be appropriate. You make people want to be more than they currently are, not through criticism or withholding or the particular coldness of someone who makes others feel insufficient, simply through the natural organic effect of being so fully and genuinely excellent that the people around you cannot help measuring themselves against it and feeling motivated by the measurement. This person is in that measurement right now. And the conclusion they are arriving at, slowly, with the gradual accumulation of courage that genuine self-challenge requires, is that they are going to try. I want to speak to you directly now because what you are currently experiencing deserves to be acknowledged without minimizing it. You have been doing the work. The deep, private, and glamorous kind that does not produce immediate results and does not come with external validation, and that requires you to trust the process even when the process feels invisible. You have been going inward, excavating, choosing differently than you have chosen before, building a relationship with yourself that is more honest, more kind, and more genuinely aligned with who you actually are than any previous version of that relationship has been. And it is showing. People are noticing something about you that they may not have words for. Heads are turning not because you changed how you look, but because you changed how you inhabit yourself. There is a quality of being at home inside your own skin that is emerging, and it has a specific effect on the people who encounter you, a kind of magnetism that has nothing to do with performance and everything to do with genuine self-possession. The universe is beginning to respond to that in small, surprising, gift-like ways that will increase as the alignment deepens. Here is the deep realization that I think quietly transforms everything when it lands. The inner work you have been doing is not preparation for love. It is not a prerequisite. You are completing so that you can finally be worthy of what arrives. The inner work is the thing itself. It is the actual substance of who you are becoming, and what is arriving in response to it is not a reward for completing a task, but the natural, organic consequence of someone operating at a genuinely elevated frequency. You are not becoming more lovable. You are becoming more yourself. And the love that approaches you now is calibrated to your actual self. not to a managed, edited, strategic version of it, but to the real one that has been emerging through everything you have been doing in the quiet. This person wants that version, all of it. They are not intimidated by your light in the way that makes people move away. They are the rare type that is drawn closer by it because their own capacity for depth is sufficient to be present with yours without being overwhelmed. What is also coming into view is something worth sitting with. You are being watched, observed in that careful, wanting to be sure way by someone who is taking their time not because they are uncertain about their feelings, but because they are certain about them. Because they understand that approaching you casually would be the wrong note entirely, and they are not willing to strike the wrong note. They're going to change their plans to meet you, not as a sacrifice, as a priority. There is a distinction between those two things that matters enormously. A person who changes their plans as a sacrifice resents it eventually. A person who changes their plans because they have recognized a priority has simply updated their understanding of what matters most. You are what matters most to them right now. And everything about the way they are approaching this reflects that. When they meet you, when whatever arrangement of circumstance brings into the same physical space finally occurs, something in them is going to recognize you immediately in a way that overrides whatever they thought they knew about how this encounter would go. The version of you they encounter will exceed the version they imagined, and the response to that exceeding will not be intimidation, but determination. They are here to stay. They will know that the moment they properly see you, and then there is the world they want to create with you. Private, intimate, expansive in the best sense. The image is not of two people cautiously sharing space. It is of two people who pull the rest of the world back like a curtain and exist in the particular warmth of each other's complete attention. Long conversations that go somewhere real. Shared silences that are comfortable rather than awkward. Time together that accumulates into something that begins to feel like home. Not because either of you is giving up your independence, but because you are discovering that independence and intimacy can coexist in the same space when both people are whole enough to hold both at once. There is also the professional dimension, the particular power couple energy of two people who each own their domain, who respect what the other has built, who encounter each other as equals in competence and drive. That mutual respect is not incidental to the love story. It is one of the things that makes it sustainable. Leave the fears behind. This connection has no place for them. Not because you are being asked to be naively open or to ignore the discernment you have developed through everything you have moved through, but because what is approaching does not carry the things your fears were built to guard against. The fears were built for old patterns. This is not an old pattern. This is something that has been divinely arranged, not in the way that removes your agency or eliminates your participation, but in the way of something that has been prepared for by everything that came before it, by your growth, by your choices, by the quality of who you have become in the quiet, patient, committed seasons of becoming. Something is coming. Not toward the version of you that was waiting anxiously, reaching forward, trying to close the distance through effort. Toward the version of you sitting quietly, tapping her fingers, entirely sure of herself, entirely at home in her own life. Toward that version, she is the one they found. She is the one they cannot look away from.